Good evening, everyone. Welcome to NDW Live the Reboot. It is DCEX NDW's Blood in the Water, our quarterfinal round for the Creature Crucible. All tournament matches will be first blood matches, which means we'll play the match until one wrestler gets their pin rating up to 8. We will assume they are busted open. That'll be the official rules from the Filsinger Games Ringside Companion Volume 1 for First Blood. So once their pin rating reaches 8, the match will be over. We will assume they are busted open, and we will move on. There's also some other matches going on tonight, but yeah. Main evented by Halloween Hank versus Nightmare after last week's little post-match shenanigans. So let's go ahead and get started here. Thank you, Brad, for that gifted sub. It went to Garcia929. Thank you for that, Brad. Appreciate the support. All right, let's go ahead and get rolling. Hopefully Pokemon Community Game works tonight. It didn't work last night. All right, here we go. Rolling for initiative. Initiative's going to go to a tie. Let's roll that again. And we'll have Hellhound start the match against Taitan Tokage. Hello, Derek. Hey, Die Smash. Hello, Screaming Dragon. Brad, hello. Rolling Neckbreaker, choice A. Let's throw him into the ropes. He's got a B rating. Uh-oh, 3B on Into the Ropes. 3B. Not a good start here for Hellhound. The opponent gets into position for a back body drop, but you grab him and hit him with an awesome pile driver. Roll 1, level 3 offense. Did the fishing work? Did I miss that? Die Smash? Did it work? No. Hold on. Let's see. I'll send your points back to you. I'm not sure why it's not working. I'll turn it off for now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn that off so nobody wastes any more points on it. Your points should be coming back to you, Die Smash. Hey, well, welcome in. So Taitan Tokage is on level 3 offense. Out of the ring choice. Let's go ahead and roll up. Gigantic Tail Whip 3, add 1. So he gets a fatigue. Down 3, he's going to leave. 7A on out of the ring. 7A. The opponent comes out of the ring to attack you in a wild brawl erupts. The wrestler with the better ring rating wins the brawl and rolls on level 3 offense. They're both an A. So Taitan Tokage. Taitan Tokage better win this whole thing. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Blue? Titan better win the whole thing. He might. Sliding dropkick. Gets another token on him. He's up to 4 for his fatigue. Taitan Tokage on 3. Out of the ring, no choice. 4A. You grab the opponent by the leg, drag him out of the ring, and smash him into the ring post. Roll on level 3 offense. Uh-oh, Hellhound turning it around. It's the opening match, right? Another thing not working, this is another rerun. It might be. First blood rules from the Ringside Companion whenever they reach 8 pin token. A pin of 8. Out of the ring, no choice. Out of the ring, no choice. Taitan Tokage going out. 7A. The opponent comes out of the ring to attack you, and a wild brawl erupts. The wrestler with the better ring rating wins the brawl. They're both an A, so Hellhound will stay on offense. Howl of the Devil's Dog. That's a finisher, so he'll get a token. Hellhound on 3. Howl of the Devil's Dog. There we go. Hellhound on 3. Gladiator Power Driver, choice G. Choice G. We probably don't want to do that. Power ones, we're going to go ahead and death jump them. 5B on death jump. 5B. The opponent climbs to the top of your cover, throw him off the turnbuckle into the ring. He goes down hard. Roll on level 3 offense. Titan Tokage on 3. Running Power Slam, choice G. We're going to death jump Hellhound. New Pokemon game has grown on you. Same here, Brad. I haven't played it much, but I'm liking it so far. It's not bad. It's not as bad as the initial reviews have been. Ooh, same thing. The opponent climbs to the top at your cover, throw him off the turnbuckle and into the ring. He goes down hard. Roll on level 3 offense. So Hellhound's turning it around. Whale of Torment, 3. Down 3. Howl of the Devil's Dog. Add 1. Or it's a finisher, so we add another one. He's up to 3. He needs to get 7. 7 before he's busted open. Hellhound on 3. I'm eating nachos, watching the Steelers game, and tuning in here. I may edit photos. Nice. Out of the ring, no choice. Titan has an A rating. 7A. That's the one we keep getting. The opponent comes out of the ring to attack you, and a wild brawl erupts. The wrestler at the better ring rating wins the brawl and rules on level 3. They're both an A, so Hellhound will stay on offense. Have you gotten any of the Rogue evolutions? I haven't. I've only played it for the 2 hours I've been on stream. I might do some like leveling and team building stuff off stream, but try and do the story stuff on stream. That's the plan, at least. We'll see. But I have not encountered any of those yet. Out of the ring, no choice. Both these guys have double out of the ring. Same thing, 7A. Hellhound will stay on offense. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's see some blood. All right, welcome in, Soups. Out of the ring again. Here we go. 8A. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Hellhound is on level 3 offense. Whale of Torment, 3. Hurt, 2. Curse of Baskervilles, 3. Pin. Hellhound on 3. Whale of Torment, 3. Hurt, 2. Rabid Rack, 3. Down, 3. Gladiator Power Driver, choice G. We got a death jump on that. 11B. That's going to be a pin, I think. You summon to your feet. The opponent comes off the top turnbuckle with a perfect crossbody block. There's no pins, so he gets another fatigue. Titan Tokage is in trouble here. Hellhound on 3. Out of the ring, no choice. 6A. 6A. The opponent comes out of the ring to continue the fight, but you grab him and smash him onto the announcer's table with an awesome specialty move. No DQ, so Titan Tokage's on level 3 offense. Out of the ring choice, he's going to roll up. Gigantic Tail Whip 3, add 1. Gets one of those. Gets another one of those. Titan Tokage on 3. Sliding Dropkick, that's a finisher. He's up to 5 now. That brings his pin up to 7. Titan Tokage just needs one more token on him. He'll be at 8. Skyscraper Powerbomb, 3. Down 3. Hellhound will leave the ring. See if he can turn this around. Hellhound is leaving. That'll turn it around. You grab the opponent by the leg, smash him into the ring post. Roll on level 3 offense. Hellhound on 3. Here we go. Whale of Torment, 3. Down 3. Gladiator Pile Driver. We're going to go to the Death Jump. Death Jump. 8B. You put a blast. You're the flying closer from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rules on level 3 offense. Whale of Torment, 3. Hurt, 2. Rabid Rack, 3. Hurt, 2. Forearm Smash, 2. Hurt, 2. Into the Turnbuckle. We'll do it. Don't want to roll up. Uh-oh. 3A on Into the Turnbuckle. The opponent tries a running clothesline, but you move, and he crashes into the turnbuckle. You cover him for the pin. We'll say he bashes his head first into the turnbuckle, and he is now busted open. Your winner, and moving on to the semifinals, Titan Tokage. That was a close one, though. That was a close one. Let's see some star ratings, 0 through 5. 3.5 from Brad, 3.5 from Screaming Dragon, 4 from Derek. Card's looking a little washed out here. Ooh. Could have gone either way. 3.5 from Blue. I'm out of focus. Hey, there I am. 3 from Soups. Ugh. Any other star ratings in chat? So moving on, Titan Tokage. All right, that'll average out to 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars. It's a good opener. It's going to be tough to follow that one. Up next, we've got a women's match. We've got Belleza taking on Bunny Hop. I put my cards out of reach for some reason. All right, got him. Alrighty, ruling for initiative. Belleza versus Bunny Hop. Bunny Hop will win initiative. Low dropkick to agility. Belleza takes over for agility. Dropkick to the knee, 2. Hurt, 2. We've got a Dawn fan in chat. Let's see if Pokecatch will work tonight. Looks like it's working tonight. Thank God. Because it worked as soon as I signed off last night. Belleza on level 2. Tangled forearm, 3. Down, 3. Death jump. She'll roll up. Into the turnbuckle. She's got a C rating. 9C on Into the Turnbuckle. 9C. I got so much junk over here. 9C on Into the Turnbuckle. You come off the turnbuckle with a big specialty move, but the opponent tries a specialty move of her own. Both wrestlers go down. The wrestlers to their turnbuckle rating recovers first and rules on level 3 offense. They are both a C, so Belleza will stay on offense on level 3. Thank you for the Poke Gifts, Bear. Looks like I got one and Soup's got one. Out of the ring choice. She'll go ahead and throw her out. Ooh, 12. The opponent crushes you with a spectacular move outside the ring. Roll count out. All right, she's got a pin rating of 9.6. She's going to need a 7 or better. 7 or better. That's it. Your winner via count out. Belleza. Belleza wins via count out. That was easy. Let's see those star ratings 0 through 5 on that one. Boo! Yay, but one. We got a 1 from Die Smash, 1 from Screaming Dragon, a 1 from Brad, a 1 from Soups, 1.5 from Derek, a 1 from Cranberry. Hello, Cranberry. Welcome in. Any other star ratings in chat? Looks like we've got ourselves a 1-star match. 1 star. Bear has been trying to give out those Poke Gifts for about 3.5 months now. So I'm glad somebody finally got some gifts from Bear, because he's been trying. 1.5 because Bunny got to keep her hair, right? Right? It's only fair. Hello, Cranberry. 1.5. That'll average out to 1 star. All right. Not bad. Not bad for a 2-move count out. All right, we're going to go back to our tournament now with Epic Waldo versus Adam Prometheus. First Blood. The winner of this will face Titan Tokage next week in a dog collar match. Hey, Terminal Dragon, how are you? The semifinals are going to be a dog collar match. Epic Waldo versus Adam Prometheus. Moved into your new house? Awesome. It's always exciting and stressful. All right, here we go. Rolling for initiative. What was that word again? All right, so Adam Prometheus is only going to need 4 tokens. Epic Waldo is going to need 6 to be busted open. Here we go. And initiative is going to go to Adam Prometheus. Armbar, 1. Epic Waldo, 1. Football tackle, 2. Adam Prometheus, 2. Into the turnbuckle. He's got an A rating. Let's go ahead and do it. Ooh, Snake Eyes on an A. That's what ended the last match. The opponent tries a running clothesline, but you move, and he crashes into the turnbuckle. You cover him for the pin. So he's just going to get a token. And Epic Waldo is going on level 3 offense. Massive Maneuver. That's a finisher. He'll get another token, bringing his pin up to 6. Massive Maneuver. Gets another token, bringing his pin up to 7. Epic Waldo on 3. Epic Headbutt. That's enough to bust him open with that big headbutt. Your winner and first blood and first. Oh my goodness! First blood with a epic headbutt. Epic Waldo. Why can't I speak tonight? Epic Waldo wins with an epic headbutt. Pretty much pummeled Adam Prometheus there. That was crazy. Cut to the deck where we'll see Malefic Rage flanked by all of his supporters. Romero, Vladimir Plasma, Giga Ghoul 9000, and Xerxes Rap. They all seem pleased that Adam Prometheus has been eliminated from the tournament. See, we got 1 from Blue, 2 from Brad, 2 from Derek, 2 from Dragon, 2 from Terminal Dragon. I got to differentiate dragons now, but they both agree for 2. Die Smash 2 and Bear 2. All right, Brad wants a Star Wars dad joke. It's been a while since we've done one of those. Do I have that handy here? I sure do. A Star Wars dad joke from Brad. This one has a visual cue here. Why did Leia change her hairstyle on Hoth? She was freezing her buns off. She was freezing her buns off. Thank you, Brad, for redeeming the Star Wars dad joke. And thank you, NDC Cranberry, for the joke book. He probably can't. That's what. It's a good thing he's eliminated. I was happy to see Xerxes Rap eliminated, Gigaghoul eliminated, Fallinator, because they're robots. So yeah, everyone who's left, I think, is able to bleed. Adam Prometheus is a suspect if he can bleed or not. He's a golem, basically. Freezing her buns off. Yep. Epic Waldo versus Titan Tokage next week. What determines the number of tokens for bleeding? Whenever their pin reaches 8. And I got those rules from the Ringside Companion Volume 1. Whenever their pin reaches 8. Let's see what's next. We got some filler matches in here tonight too. So let's see. Up next, we've got a tag team match. Creature Feature versus Mythical Warriors. Mary Shelley says he can bleed, Brad. The first blood rules have changed a lot over the years, Terminal Dragon. It used to be 3, then it was 4, and now, at least in this, I don't have volume 2 yet, but in this volume, it says when they reach 8. So, as always, it's up to you, promoter, right? Looking forward to Epic Waldo versus Titan Tokage. That'll be a good one. They're pretty evenly matched. All right, we got a tag team match. Creature Feature, Lycan Moon and Murky Waters versus Battle Axe and Broadsword, the Mythical Warriors. In the original, he's big, so he could deal with the organs and stuff, but he's still a human body. All right. Thank you. All right, we'll have Murky Waters and Broadsword start this one off. Let's roll for initiative. Initiative's going to go to Murky Waters of Creature Feature. Fin Slap, 1. Broadsword, 2. Series of Knees, 2. Choice D. Choice D. We'll try the Cobra Clutch Suplex, 3 on an 11 or less. 11 or less for 3. Got it. He's down 3. Let's try and tag. Tag is good. Lycan Moon will enter on level 1 offense. I'm all wrapped up in my cord here. It's a good book and isn't as dry as older books can be. I've never read it. I've never read Frankenstein. Howl at the Moon, 1. Hurt 2. He really hurt his ears with that one. Full Moon Nelson, 3. Hurt 2. Let's bring Murky Waters back in on 2. Deadliest Catch, 3. Down 3. Let's try and tag out. Tag is no good. We'll tag on this side. Lycan Moon on 3. Moonlit Dive, plus 3. He's going to need a 7 or better. Let's go ahead and do a pin save. Got a 9 on the pin save. Your tag partner tries to help, but is stopped by the opponent's tag partner. Rule your pin. Uh-oh. Kicks out. Gets a fatigue. That was a tag move, so we're going to switch out for at least 1 move. Hesitation drop kick, choice F. Choice F. We'll try a running lariat 3 on a 6 or less. 6 or less for 3. Didn't get it. Broadsword takes over on 2. Barbarian Backbreaker, 3. Hurt, 2. Let's bring in Battle Axe on 2. Battle Axe on 2. Valhalla awaits 3. Down 3. Let's try and tag again. No tag. Battle Axe on 3. Out of the ring. No choice. Ooh, we got a 4B on Out of the Ring. 4B. 4B on Out of the Ring. The opponent comes out of the ring in a wild brawler ups. Both wrestlers roll disqualification. If no one is disqualified, roll 1 die to see who wins. Let's see. They're both a 4. No DQ. No DQ. Even Murky Waters wins the brawl. Odd Battle Axe wins the brawl. Battle Axe wins the brawl. He's on level 3 offense. Burning Hammer, 3. Down 3. He's going to try and tag out. Tag is good. Lycan Moon will enter on level 1 offense. Howl at the Moon, 1. Battle Axe, 2. Valhalla awaits, 3. Down 3. Lycan Moon will leave the ring. 10B. 10B. The opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. The referee comes out and warns him to stop, but he pushes the referee aside and continues. Battle Axe has to roll his DQ. No DQ. He is on level 3 offense. Excuse me. Burning Hammer, 3. Pin. Just needs a 4. We'll save our pin saves here. Ooh, just barely kicks out with a 4. We're going to tag in Broadsword on level 3 offense. Broadsword on level 3 offense with Power Slam, 2. Dazed, 1. Oh boy. Clubbing Elbow, 1. Lycan Moon, 1. Lick Opponent's Face, 1. Hurt, 2. He got him good with that. Got him good with the lick. Illegal Chokehold, 2. Hurt, 2. Tag. The tag is good. Battle Axe will enter on level 1 offense. Battle Axe on level 1. Calculated Combo, 2 Agility. Lycan Moon takes over for Agility with Full Moon Nelson, 3. Hurt, 2. Vicious Claw Swipe, 2. Hurt, 2. Tag. The tag is good. Broadsword comes back in on level 1 offense. Broadsword on level 1. Clubbing Elbow, 1. Dazed, 1. Tag. No tag. Hurl opponent across the ring, 2. Power. Lycan Moon takes over for Power. Full Moon Nelson, 3. Hurt, 2. Illegal Chokehold, 2. Broadsword, 2. Series of knees, choice D. Choice D. We'll try the Cobra Clutch Suplex 3 on a 7 or less. 7 or less. Didn't get it. Lycan Moon takes over on 2. Full Moon Nelson, 3. Down 3. He's going to try and tag out again. Doesn't get it that time. We got a Fizzian in chat. If you want to try and hooky catch it, since it's working tonight. Lycan Moon on level 3 offense. Choice H on the Alpha Dog. Choice H. Ugh. We're going to Death Jump, even though he's got an A. Uh-oh, 3A on Death Jump. The opponent comes off the top rope with an awesome cross-body block, which you counter with a specialty move. Opponent rolls pin. He's going to need a 5 or better. 5 or better. Kicks out with a 5. Broadsword on level 3 offense. Warriors Eradication +3. We're going to pin save. Ooh, we got a Snake Eyes on the pin save. The tag partner goes crazy and interferes in a big way. Roll on the wrestler interference chart. All right, flipping it over. 6. Your ally attacks the opponent with a deadly specialty move. Roll disqualification 5. There's no DQ. You recover and attack the opponent. Roll on level 3 offense. All right, Lycan Moon on 3. Leader of the Pack. That's his finisher. Nothing added. He needs a 5 or better. Kicks out with a 6. Lycan Moon on 3. Choice H. We'll death jump again, I suppose. Four. 4A. That's a pin. We'll go for it. 6 or better. 6 or better. He'll kick out with a 7. Broadsword on 3. Diving shoulder block, choice G. Let's death jump on this side of things. We got an 8B on death jump. 8B. The opponent blasts you. The flying closer from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rules on level 3 offense. Broadsword on level 3. Savage Sword +1. We're going to use our last pin save here. 7 on the pin saves. Your tag partner tries his help, but is stopped by the opponent's tag partner. Roll your pin. Needs an 8 or better. An 8 or better. We're going to stall for the ad break here. They're out of pin saves. They need an 8 or better to kick out. Here we go. We need an 8 or better to kick out of the Savage Sword. Here we go. Your winners with Savage Sword, the Mythical Warriors, Battle Axe and Broadsword. And we had double, so let's see your star ratings and your feud vote. Three in a feud from Terminal Dragon. 3 in a feud from Screaming Dragon. The Dragons are in agreement. 3 in a feud from Die Smash. 3 in a feud from Derek. 3.5 in a feud from Brad. Three and a half and no feud from Blue. Right now the feuds have it. Any other star ratings or feud votes in the chat? All right, looks like the feuds have it. 4-2. Yeah, 4-1, sorry. All right, 4 in a feud. All right, here we go. That'll average out to 3.5 stars. No, 3 stars. 3 stars. And the feud will refer to Broadsword. Broadsword just won the match. We've got a 4 on the feud table. 4 on the feud table. You celebrate your victory. The opponent recovers and attacks you from behind. He drags you to the middle of the ring and uses his finisher on you in a vicious and cruel way, perhaps multiple times. You need to be taken from the ring on a stretcher. You are injured for 2 fight cards. Ouch. So after the match, Lycan Moon will attack Broadsword, injuring him for 2 fight cards. Injured for 2 fight cards. I should probably make note of that somewhere. I forgot to open my little notepad. So Broadsword is injured for 2 fight cards, so we won't see him for a couple weeks. All right, let's see. Why does it look like it has a weird texture on the card from the light? Turn it. There we go. All right, back to the tournament. Back to our tournament. Touchdown Steelers, all right. We've got Captain Glenn Burney versus Nuclear Chaos. It's First Blood in the Creature Crucible, round 3. Captain Glenn Burney versus Nuclear Chaos. First Blood. These guys are fairly evenly matched. Rematch from Solo Promoter. Nice. All right, here we go. Rolling for initiative. Nope, lost a die. Ooh, I can reach it. I can reach it. I got it. I'll roll those again because I didn't even look before I picked them up. Initiative's going to go to Nuclear Chaos. Nuclear Chaos. Flurry of Punches, Choice D. Choice D. Ooh. We'll go to Kick to Face 2. That'll work on a 10 or less. 10 or less for 2. Got it. Should have done the better move. Hurt 2. Leg Sweep 2. Down 3. Out of the ring choice. He's got an A rating. So does Bernie. I'll go into the turnbuckle. B. Ooh, 4B on into the turnbuckle. Your opponent charges you with a running shoulder dive, but you move, and he goes crashing in outside the ring. Opponent rolls on the out of the ring chart. So Nuclear Chaos goes outside the ring. We've got an 8A. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Here we go, Captain Glenn on 3. Keel Haul. We get Fatigue. Captain Glenn on 3. Batten down the hatches, 3. Hurt 2. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex, 2. Nuclear Chaos, 2. Standing dropkick, 3. Down 3. Choke on the ropes, choice H. He's got a B rating on Death Jump. We'll Death Jump. 8B. The opponent blasts you with a flying clothesline from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. All right. Nuclear Chaos is on level 3. Mark of Chaos. That gets him a fatigue. Use the bloody ones. Here we go. Nuclear Chaos on 3. Nuclear Punch. That gets him another fatigue. He's up to 3. Nuclear Chaos on 3. Mark of Chaos. Another one. 3 straight finishers. Probably would have lost by now, but it's first blood. Here we go. Throat Chop 2. Captain Glenn Burney 1. Backhand Slap 1. Dazed 1. Arm Drag 2. Power. That gets through. Dazed 1. Arm Drag 2. Hurt 2. Land Lubber Lariat 3. Hurt 2. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex 2. Dazed 1. Backhand slap 1. Dazed 1. Ahoy, mateys! And a cheap shot 1. Nuclear Chaos 1. Eye Poke 1. Dazed 1. Whip into turnbuckle 2. Agility. That gets through. Captain Glenn Burney 1. Inverted Atomic Drop 2. Agility. Nuclear Chaos is taken over. Guillotine Choke 2. Hurt 2. Running Clothesline 3. Pin. He's up to 5 now. 5 now. Throat Chop 2. Down 3. Choke on the ropes. Choice H. Let's go ahead and Death Jump again. Death Jumping again. 4B on Death Jump. The opponent climbs to the top, but you recover and throw him off the turnbuckle and into the ring. He goes down hard. Roll on level 3 offense. Captain Glenn on 3. Out of the ring choice. He's going to roll up. Running boot to the face 2. Hurt 2. Into the turnbuckle. He'll do it. 8A on into the turnbuckle. 8A. You're crushed by a big kick by the opponent. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. So 8 total based on the advanced pin number. Yes. So Glenn has a pin of 4-1, so he's at 5 right now with the 4. And Nuclear Chaos has a 6-3, so he's at 4 right now. Captain Glenn is on level 2 offense. Into the turnbuckle. I guess we'll do it again. Ooh, that's not going to be good for the captain. 4A. The opponent charges you with a running shorter damage move, and he goes crashing outside the ring. Opponent rolls on the out of the ring chart. All right. Captain Glenn's outside the ring with an 11A. The opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. There's no DQ, so he's on level 3 offense. Nuclear Chaos on 3 with throat chop 2. Hurt 2. Standing drop kick 3. Pin. He's up to 5. Bringing him to 6. He needs 2 more. Choke on the ropes, choice H. Let's go ahead and death jump. Bear, thank you for the Poke Gifts. 6B on death jump. The opponent blasts you the flying clothesline from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Glenn is in trouble. Here we go. There it is, the mark of chaos. That adds another. One more and he's done. Choice H will death jump again. Same thing. The opponent blasts you the flying clothesline from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Nuclear Chaos on 3. That's it, folks. Captain Glenn Burney is busted wide open. Your winner, Nuclear Chaos. Nuclear Chaos moves on in the Creature Crucible. First Blood. Let's see those star ratings. Called it. Got 3.5 from Brad, 4 from Terminal Dragon, 3.5 from the Screaming Dragon, 4 from Bear. Someone talk about Willis. 4.5 from Blue. We're reaching the point in the show where my throat is starting to not function. But that's okay. I think we only have 3 matches left. 3 matches left? Yeah, we can do this. We'll make it. We'll make it. That's going to average out to a 4-star match. 4 stars. Nuclear Chaos. Moving on. Moving on. He'll face whoever wins the next one. Well, no, wait, we got 1 match in between here. A 3 from Cranberry. That'll bring it down to a 3-5. And we got me and Chow. If you want to try and pokey catch one of those. I'll try a fastball. I think I have a couple of those. I don't know how people do this for hours and hours. 2 hours, and my voice is usually toast. I hear you, Brad. I hear you. I think I get too loud whenever I'm reading the charts. I think that's part of it. All right, what do we got next? We've got another women's match. We've got Gretchen the Great taking on Jacqueline Snow. Alrighty, here we go. Rolling for initiative. Congrats on the catches, Bear and myself. We got a tie on the initiative roll. Let's try that again. Jacqueline Snow with the initiative. Slip and Fall to Power. Gretchen takes over for Power. Izzy's Claws 3, add 1. And it's got to do a DQ check. See what our outcome is here. Hurt 2. Ooh, we got a one and only mulligan here. No DQ. All right. Gretchen's on 2. Abdominal Stretch 2, Power. That's going to work. Hurt 2. Abdominal Stretch 2. Hurt 2. Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker 2. Jacqueline Snow 2. Into the Turnbuckle. She's got a C rating. We'll go ahead and do that. Ooh, 11C on Into the Turnbuckle. You bounce forward up the turnbuckle on into an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Jacqueline Snow on 3. Arctic Attack 3. Hurt 2. Icy Rain, choice A. Let's throw her into the ropes. We'll go into the ropes. 9B on Into the Ropes. 9B. The opponent tries a big short attack. Well, whether it works depends on which wrestler is more powerful. That is Gretchen the Great. She'll be on level 2 offense. Gretchen the Great on 2. Abdominal Stretch 2. Hurt 2. Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker 2. Hurt 2. Double Underhook Facebuster 2. Hurt 2. Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker 2. Hurt 2. Double Underhook Facebuster 2. Jacqueline Snow 2. Brain Freeze 2. Hurt 2. Snowblind 3, add 1. Alright. She also has to do a DQ check for that. She's hurt 2. Let's see. She's got a DQ of 3. And no DQ. She's on level 2 offense. Snowblind 3, add 1. Down 3. She's going to leave. Let's see if she's DQ'd first. No DQ. Gretchen will leave. 5A on Out of the Ring. The opponent comes out of the ring in the Wild Brawler ups. Both wrestlers roll disqualification. Double DQ here. No DQ. No DQ. Even. Gretchen wins. Odd. Jacqueline Snow wins. Jacqueline Snow wins the brawl. Blizzard. Choice C. Choice C. We'll try a drop kick to or kick to knee 2 on an 8 or less. 8 or less for 2. Got it. Hurt 2. Snowblind 3, add 1. Ooh. Pin. Let's see if she's DQ'd. No DQ. Gretchen needs a 7 or better. 7 or better. Kicks out with a 10. She's up to 4 fatigue. Jacqueline Snow on 3. Death Jump, no choice. Gretchen has a B rating. 11B, I believe that's a pin attempt. You stumble to your feet. The opponent comes off the top turnbuckle with a perfect cross body block and covers you. Roll your pin. She's going to need an 8 or better. An 8 or better. Kicks out with an 8. Jacqueline Snow on 3. Death Jump again, no choice. 10B. 10B. The opponent climbs to the top, but you recover and climb up, and a struggle takes place. If you have a better agility than the opponent, you win the struggle and superplex the opponent back in the ring. Jacqueline Snow has the better agility, so she will win the exchange and roll on level 3 offense. Death Jump again. That's 3 straight death jumps. 9B. The opponent blasts you the flying clothesline from the top rope. You're in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Jacqueline Snow on 3. Out of the ring choice. She's got an A rating. Let's roll up. Frozen Fist to the Face 3. Pin. Gretchen's going to need a 9 or better. A 9 or better. Your winner with the frozen fist to the face, Jacqueline Snow. Jacqueline Snow wins with the frozen fist to the face. Got a 4 from Terminal Dragon, a 3 from Brad, a 3 from Screaming Dragon, Double Dragon agrees, a 3 from Blue, a 3 from Derek, a 3 from Die Smash, any other star ratings in chat? A 1 from Cranberry. All right. That will average out to a 3-star match. 3 stars. 3 stars. All right, let's go into our final tournament match of the night. We've got Pete Cottontail versus Illustrios. First blood in round 3 of the Creature Crucible. Yeah, the dice are doing pretty good for us tonight, Brad. We've had some stinkers in this tournament. I think Pete Cottontail is going to get obliterated here in a first blood match, but we'll see. He already knocked off Giga Ghoul 9000. He's one of the toughest cards I've made for NDW, so anything can happen. Pete Cottontail versus Illustrios. Winner will take on Nuclear Chaos. The prize for the tournament is a shot at Halloween Hank's Brockster Comics Championship at Fright Night. Here we go, rolling for initiative. Plus a big scary trophy, which I still have to get artwork for. Initiative's going to go to Pete Cottontail. Here we go. Wrist lock and punch 2, power. It'll get through. Hurt 2. Side headlock 2, power, gets through. Hurt 2. Side headlock 2. Down 3. Uh-oh, here he goes. Pete Cottontail. Bad egg! That's his finisher. Gets a fatigue. Pete Cottontail on 3. Basket power driver 3, add 1. Hurt 2. Repeated headbutts, choice C. Choice C. We'll do the kick to knee 2 on a 10 or less. 10 or less for 2. To get to appear in an issue of Absolute Batman and get killed in horrific fashion, right? 8 or less for 2. Got it. Illustrios 2. Morningstar 3. Down 3. Pete Cottontail is going to leave the ring. He's got a B rating. Ooh, 11B. Your opponent crushes you with a spectacular move outside the ring. Roll count out. There is no count out, so he's just going to get a fatigue. And Illustrios is on level 3 offense. Out of this world 3. Down 3. Out of the ring. No choice. A free session in the Transformer. Yeah, that's a good idea. 8B. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Opponent rolls on level 3. Illustrios is on level 3. Milky Way Conquest 3. Hurt 2. Into the turnbuckle. He'll do it. 10B on Into the Turnbuckle. 10B. You come off the turnbuckle with a big specialty move, but the opponent tries a specialty move of his own. Both wrestlers go down. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating recovers first and rolls on level 3 offense. That is Illustrios with his A. Death from Above, that's one of his finishers, so he'll get a fatigue. Death from Above, that's another one of his finishers. He'll get a fatigue. Milky Way Conquest 3. Hurt 2. Into the ropes. He's got a B rating. Let's go ahead and do it. Uh-oh, 3B. On Into the Ropes, 3B. He's going to turn this around. What's he do? The opponent gets into position for a back body drop, but you grab him and hit him with an awesome pile driver. Roll on level 3 offense. Pete Cottontail on 3. Basket pile driver 3, add 1. Down 3. Basket pile driver 3, add 1. He's got 4 fatigue. Where's the 4? There it is. That brings him up to 6. Let's see what happens. He's hurt 2. Side headlock 2 power. Gets through. Down 3. Uh-oh, Pete can pull another upset here. Another big upset. Out of the ring choice. He's got a B rating. He'll go ahead and throw him out. 7B. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Pete Cottontail on level 3 offense. Out of the ring, he'll go ahead and do it. The B rating. 11B, that's a count-out check. The opponent crushes you with his spectacular move. We're going to add 1 to the fatigue. You're bringing him up to 7. 1 more, and Pete Cottontail pulls off another major upset. Here we go. Can he do it? Not with that. Bunny hop 3. Hurt 2. Double foot stomp 2. Hurt 2. Break egg on opponent's face 2. That could bust him open. Illustrios 2. Splash in the corner 2. Down 3. Uh-oh. Death from above. That's another finisher. He's now up to 7. They're both at 7. Can Illustrios put him away here? Nope. 630 splash. Choice G. Choice G. Let's do the Tombstone Pile Driver on a 9 or less. 9 or less for the Pile Driver. Didn't get it. Pete Cottontail takes over on 2. Double foot stomp 2. Dazed 1. Uh-oh. Rabbit punch 1. Dazed 1. Snap hair 2. Hurt 2. Lucky Human's Foot 3. Hurt 2. Side headlock 2 power. Gets through. Dazed 1. Snap hair 2. Hurt 2. Break egg on opponent's face 2. Hurt 2. Side headlock 2. Dazed 1. Snap hair 2. Hurt 2. Metallic running lariat 3. Hurt 2. Side headlock 2. Hurt 2. Lucky Human's Foot 3. Here we go. Hurt 2. Double foot stomp 2. Illustrios 1. Arm drag takedown 1. Hurt 2. Oh, lost the die. I'm going to grab that. You guys can try and catch that Pokemon while I fish for this dice. Alright, he's on 2. Space Invader, Choice E. Let's try the Poke-Catch real quick. Choice E. We will try... we'll play it safe. Do the Power Slam 2 on a 10 or less. Power Slam 2 on the 10 or less. Got it for 2. Hurt 2. 10 or less for 2. You got it. Hurt 2. Morning Star 3. Hurt 2. Splash in the corner 2. Hurt 2. Splash in the corner 2. Pete Cottontail 1. Into the turnbuckle. He's got an A rating. 10A, the mic roll. 10A. You're crushed by a big kick by the opponent. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Pete Cottontail on 2. Break egg on opponent's face, 2. Hurt 2. Break egg on opponent's face, 2. Hurt 2. Double foot stomp, 2. Hurt 2. Break egg on opponent's face, 2. Illustrios, 2. Uh-oh. Splash in the corner, 2. Pete Cottontail, 1. Snap hair, 2. Illustrios, 2. There it is. Sucker bite, 3, add 1. And that right there will bust Pete Cottontail open. Your winner with the sucker bite, Illustrios. Illustrios wins with a sucker bite. And he'll fight a teammate in Nuclear Chaos next week in a dog collar match. Oh, Cranberry wants me to switch dice. You got it. What color do you want, Cranberry, for our main event? We got 4.5 from Brad, 4 from Terminal Dragon, 3.5 from Blue, 4 from Wall, 4 from Derek, 1 from Cranberry, and a boo. Good night, Derek. 3.5 from Bear. Any? All right, we'll do our standard ones we use here for our main event of the evening. Yeah, we'll have Nuclear Chaos versus Illustrios next week in a dog collar match in the semifinals of the Creature Crucible. We're going to do the finals of that in the same night, which will be last monster standing. All right, so that brings us to our main event. Our main event. This was set up last week. Halloween Hank versus Nightmare. Hard to follow that match, but they're going to try. Hank! This will be the main event of Blood in the Water. Just a standard match. We get these dice out here for Cranberry. All right. Open the betting. All right. We'll get the betting going. We could do that. We haven't done that in a while. Let's see. Maybe it'll work. All right, predictions are open. Halloween Hank versus Nightmare. Who will win? Predictions are open. Thank you, Wall, for recommending that. Who will win? Halloween Hank versus Nightmare. Let's see if I can get fishing working while you guys are doing that. Just emptied the checking account on Hank. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's working now. Wasn't working earlier. Oh, I got to turn it back on. That will help. Let me turn it back on. Let's try it out. Hey, I fixed it. Those of you who are wanting the wall fish nuggets, you can try for it now. It works. About 30 seconds left to do a prediction. Go ahead and get those predictions in. If you want to take all Wall's channel points. All right, predictions are officially closed. Here we go. It's time for our main event. It's time for our main event. Halloween Hank versus Nightmare. Their partners fought each other earlier tonight, so they're not available to be at ringside. Here we go. Initiative's going to go to Halloween Hank. Snap Scare to Power. That gets through. Down 3. Uh-oh. Halloween Hank on 3. Head Slam 2. Hurt 2. Fear Stricken 3. Pin. Oh my goodness. Needs a 5 or better, 4 or better. He'll kick out with an 11. Halloween Hank on 3. Halloween Hank on 3. Out of the ring choice, he's going to roll up. Fear Stricken 3. Hurt 2. Top rope clothesline, choice F. Choice F. Try the running lariat 3 on a 7 or less. 7 or less for 3. Got it. Pin! Nightmare needs a 5 or better. A 5 or better. Did you ever do an Ichabod Crane character to fight the original Halloween Hank? I did not. That's a good idea, though. I might have to make the short list. Kicks out with a 6. Halloween Hank on 3. Out of the ring choice. Let's do it this time. 8A. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Halloween Hank on 3. Fright Night plus 2. That brings his pin up to a 7. He's going to need an 8 or better. An 8 or better. Have a Ghost of Cowboy in my upcoming bootleg set. Nice. Kicks out with a 10. Gets a fatigue. He ain't going down without a fight. Halloween Hank on 3. H squared bomb. 3, add 1. There it is. Down 3. He's going to leave the ring. 8A. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Halloween Hank on 3. Chilling Chokeslam 3. Down 3. He'll leave the ring again. 9A. In order to meet the referee's count, you crawl helplessly back into the ring. Halloween Hank's on 3. Death Jump, no choice. Uh-oh. He's got a B rating. 9B on Death Jump. The opponent blasts you. The flying clothesline from the top rope. You are in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Halloween Hank on 3. Fright Night plus 2. Brings his pin up to a 9. He's going to need a 10 or better. 10 or better to kick out. Your winner with Fright Night, Halloween Hank. He just pummeled him. I did not expect it to be that one-sided. Woo! Pummeled him. Halloween Hank is our winner. Cranberry, I'm going to refund you one of those switch dices since I didn't see it. Send you those channel points back. See those star ratings? 2.5 from Brad, 2 from Cranberry, 2 from Die Smash, boo. A 2 from Bear, 1 from Terminal Dragon, 2 from Blue, boo. Hank is always out there feeding families. This is the first time Hank's done anything in a while. 2 from Screaming Dragon and 5 from Wall. It'll make this a 2-star match still. All right, we can hang around to the next Pokemon, I suppose. Ugh, I'm going to sneeze. It's all good, Cranberry. I got you your points back. I refunded you one of them. That was a 5-star match. Halloween Hank. Malefic Rage and company are not happy. They're kind of hissing and growling at Halloween Hank as he is celebrating in the ring. Hank filling my pockets. How many points did you get off of that? It was like $3,000. That's $660. So next week is going to be 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. The finals of the Creature Crucible will happen on Saturday. The semifinals are dog collar matches, so it's going to be Titan Tokage against Epic Waldo and Nuclear Chaos against the Lostrios in dog collar matches. And then they'll fight each other. The winners will face each other later on in a last monster standing match. You don't believe the pool got closed? I definitely closed it. Let me refresh, make sure it goes through. Did it go through now? Yeah, it said 5,000 points were awarded to 3 winners. Did you get some points? Okay, cool. I just had to refresh it. I don't know what. It's been weird tonight. Little glitchy things happening. I blame AWS. I shouldn't say that out loud. Just kidding, Amazon, parent company of Twitch. Made a whole 42 points. Hey, we got a Durant. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. Go ahead and Pokecatch that guy. I think I already have a shiny Durant that I caught here once. So yeah, 2 nights. And then on Sunday night, main event will be Halloween Hank versus the winner of the last monster standing match, the Creature Crucible. Plus, we'll set up some other matches throughout the week for that. We'll do the Final 4 on Saturday with some extra matches that'll set up some more stuff on Sunday. So I'll try and post stuff on the Discord throughout the week of what's going on. And try and make plans for the rest of the year. 3K on Hank next week, too. Feed someone else's family. There's 2 Halloween Hanks now, Rob. I don't know if you know that. There's 2 Halloween Hanks now. I don't have the other one handy. There, a wall. Where'd I put them? My stuff is a mess. I don't even know if you've seen this one. Let's see. Where's he at? Here he is. Here's the other one. They're 2 different people, though. Hey, Bear and I caught the Durant. See, that's the current Brockster Comics champion. He'll face the winner of that Final Four in a torture chamber match. I don't know if I said that out loud yet. Torture chamber match for the Brockster Comics Championship. I don't think there's any other housekeeping things. I'm going to try and stream Pokemon at least one day during the week. I talked about it earlier. I'm going to try and make that our secondary thing we do here. And I'll try and do like leveling and team building and stuff off stream, and then just try and do the story stuff and new stuff on stream. That makes sense. Talked about that a little earlier today on this stream. Yeah, it should be fun. Get into Pokemon again. I'm liking it so far, Cranberry. It's not bad. I don't know why everyone hates it so much. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. I don't know what people expect from it. It's fun. It took me a little while to get into the real-time battling. I wasn't very good at it, but now I've gotten into it a little bit. Figured it out more. I did better last night than I did the previous week, so I'll try and do some of that this week. Keep an eye on the Discord. That's usually where I post that stuff. That's a cool card. Yeah, Adam, it's art drew this one as well, so. There's also a variant card of that one. Also. An orange and black variant. Classic card. We have had Hank versus Hank. It's on YouTube, actually, if you want to check it out. If you want to check it out, it's right there. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you. I'll see you all next weekend for a double shot of NDW. And sometime, hopefully, during the week, we'll do a Pokemon stream. Until then, everybody, have a great night. We'll see you next time. Later.